What's going on, y'all? I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Mommy Pockets. Today we're going to be talking about being 30, flirty, and thriving. I'm Sarah, and before we get started, make sure you are subscribed and you click that notification bell so you get updated on all the latest and greatest things with the Mommy Pockets. Normally, every Tuesday, I do a TMP talk going over and helping moms through the motherhood journey and giving them advice on the different seasons they're going through. This Tuesday, however, I turned 30. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm 30. And I'm really excited about it. I remember being younger and I'm like, oh my gosh, when I'm 30, I'm going to be so old. But now I'm like, I'm 30, flirty, and thriving. And if you guys know that movie, drop a comment below because I'm aging myself when I say what movie that is. But guys, being 30 is so amazing, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to be talking about some of the biggest lessons and takeaways from it being in my late teens and 20s, because I feel like that's the decade of the lessons for me. And I'm going to be kind of just going over the things that I did, accomplished, learned, and all the fun stuff. So let's get started. Now, one of the biggest things that I can say is probably my biggest motto when I was in my early to mid-20s was like YOLO, and that was probably before I became a mom. I was actually kind of in the YOLO phase, because it's such a true statement, and it's kind of made a mockery, but it's so true. Like, you only live once, for anybody who didn't know what YOLO meant. You only live once, and it's so true. You really do only live once. And if you're ever in a debate about going to do something or not do something, go do it. Go do it. YOLO, baby. YOLO. There's so many times I YOLO'd and was so happy that I did it, because it's an experience, and you can buy all the materials and all the clothes and the makeup and the TVs and the movies, but you cannot ever, it will never add up to the experiences that you can have throughout your life, especially when you throw the YOLO in there. Like, if there's so many fun times that I can remember where I'm like, okay, sure, let's go do it, and ended up having a great time, like going to New Orleans or going down to the beach. Or I remember this actually just like right before I became pregnant with Michael. It was earlier that year, it was in May, I went down to Charleston, and on my way back, I didn't have to be back into DC, where I was living at the time. I didn't have to be back in DC until Saturday, and this was Wednesday. So I'm just kind of debating. I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted, it was on my bucket list, to go on a trip by myself. I wanted to go somewhere, like you always hear people like exploring things by themselves, and I always wanted to do that because I love to travel and I love to explore. So I booked and switched my flight to go to New York. And as I'm in the airport, I had, I think, like an hour before my flight left, an hour or two. So I'm in there, I'm getting a hotel, I'm getting my transportations to and from the hotel, and I went into a stand-up comedy show, and I went and saw the Bull, and I went to Wall Street, and I crossed the Brooklyn Bridge over to Brooklyn, and I just had such a fun time. I treated myself. I had a sushi at 1 o'clock in the morning after my show. I went and I was like, man, I'm hungry. I went and had sushi at the city that never sleeps. It was so much fun. Just YOLO. And the next tip would be to fall. Just fall on your face. Fall on your face as often as possible. And by falling on your face, I mean fail. Fail as often as you possibly can, because the more failure that you have, the more lessons that you're learning. And you can fall on your face, you can fall in love, you can fall out of love. You just need to keep failing forward. Because every time you fail, like I said, you get your lesson and you can learn from those. And each time you do that, you actually become a little bit better version of the person you were before that failure. So the more times that you fail, the better you get to be. Just think of it that way. My next tip is give everything that you've got to everything that you've got. If it's a relationship, give everything. 1,000% of you, give them all you got. Give them everything. There's no need to hold back, and there's no point in holding back. If it's a job, give it all you got. If it's a new commitment to something. Give everything to everything, because you only live once, like YOLO. And you don't get this time back. You don't get the opportunity to make that first impression again. But you need to give it all you got. Let's say you may have been hurt in the past in a relationship, so you've got a wall up and you're like, I hit love, but love finds you again. And you're scared to commit to that person because of your past relationship or relationships, or maybe you've been hurt, or maybe you had a bad childhood growing up and your parents didn't have it. It was a really faulty home and a divided home, and maybe you have this perception of what relationship means to you. And so, believe it or not, we're all wired by events that have happened really early in our childhood and how we were brought up in our home. So if maybe you see that you have this repetitive pattern in relationships, it could be linked, and most likely is, to your subconscious mind keeping you in that place of safety where you're in control of the relationship and the love that you receive and give. So if you are in that, I'd say let it go. Let it go and just try, give it a shot, and give everything you've got to whoever or whatever it is that you're pursuing and doing and committed to. If people hurt you in the past, forgive them and forget them. No, but I mean, honestly, I have definitely had my heart broken. I've definitely been betrayed by friends or people who I thought were my friend, and I've been hurt even, by family. And who cares? I mean, if they want to hurt you, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna suck. But you can forgive them, and by forgiving them, it releases their power and their hurt towards you. And you can either forget them and leave them in the past, or you can forgive them and move forward, but maybe just be more cautious around that person. If it were me personally, people are in your life for a season, a reason, a season, or for a lifetime, and that's so true. Maybe that person hurt you, and that was a failed relationship where you can take notes from, be like, all right, here's some red flags I probably should have known or saw in the beginning. Or in a relationship, you're like, probably could have noted that one. Now looking at it on an outside perspective, and I'm not in a relationship, or maybe it's a job and you lose your job or something, you definitely could have given it a little more in that department. So forgive yourself, forgive those people who've hurt you, and move forward and let it go. The past is in the past for a reason, and the only way the past can become a part of your present and your future is if you allow it to. The past can never come back. It will never happen again. That's why it's in the past. You've already gone through that crap. You've already been hurt. There is no reason to continue letting those people hurt you in the present or in your future, or letting that past dictate your future. So say sayonara, see ya, peace out, whatever. Bye, Felicia. Next, be present in the moment, guys. Oh my gosh. Be present in the moment. Now we are so boggled down with distraction. We are a society of distraction. We've got social media, TV. I don't watch TV, and the only time the TV's on really is when Kevin's watching sports. And the commercials that come on during sports, now they consider family time watching television together. And I'm like, whoa, wow, I've missed out on some years of watching TV. But I mean, what? No, when did binge watching television become an acceptable family activity? I'm going to spend my whole day Saturday. Are you so excited? We're going to watch the entire television show 3 times so we can analyze it later on Saturday night. And then we're going to watch movies. No, just trust me. Don't watch too much TV. The less TV you watch, the more exciting your life will be. And that is a guarantee. Travel as often as you can. So I've always loved to travel, and I'm only doing this, I'm only making these funny faces because Mama got glasses, and I'm actually really excited because I've been blind for 11 years. Is it 11 years? I don't know. I got my eyes checked when I was 18, and I was really blind then, and that's the last time I got my eyes checked. So I'm like, I really, really need to. I feel like they've been getting worse. I've been getting headaches. I've always had a really bad stigmatism, and this light is really bright right now because my eyes have adjusted to the glasses. I'll put them on for you in a little bit. So I got glasses, but This is 30 right here. So I can see now. And honestly, I'm like, oh my God. Why did nobody tell me how awful I looked? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, I'm blind and now I see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, travel. Travel as often as you can, guys. You know, everyone says, I'll travel when, I'll do this when. If you want to do it, make that commitment and just get it done. Where there is a will, there's a way. Like, if you want to go on vacation, you're going to go on vacation. If you want to get ice cream, you're going to find a way to go get some ice cream. If you need $5 or you need $500 to pay your rent, you're going to somehow come up with the money, because if not, you're not going to have a place to live, right? So if you want to travel, come up with a way to travel. I am in one of the coolest travel clubs in the world, and I joined when I was 20, so I've been a part of this club for 20 years. Jeez, not that old. I've been a part of this club for 10 years, and through that, I have been able to have over 60 vacations. You know, I've gone to see so many different parts of the country, and I've gone to different parts of the world. Thank God to this club, right? Like, the very first time, so I went on this trip to Costa Rica. It was $400, $399, 5 days, all-inclusive vacation. That included my round-trip transfers to and from the airport. It included surfing lessons. It included zip lining excursions. What else did we get to do? We got to go, so they had this option that was really cool. It was a volunteer day, and we got to go to an orphanage, and we got to build them a playground, and we got to build them a trampoline and play with them, and I still get teary eyed. But it was just so heart-touching, and it just made you so grateful for everything that you did. And that was just an optional extra thing that they provided, and this is an all-inclusive resort. They also had like a club night that we got to go out, and there was just so many different things. It was like for $400, and I'm like, dude, I'm in college. I can afford $400 to go on vacation, right? So if there's a will, there's a way. Like, go on vacation. I've been so many cool places, and it's because I took that risk. I remember I moved to Hawaii, and that was a scary move. That was the first time I left home, but it was then, and it was scary. Like, I left everything I'd ever known and just took this chance and went out there. And, you know, I learned a lot of lessons out there. And I loved it though. Oh my gosh, Hawaii is so beautiful, guys. You have to put that on your bucket list if you've never been to Hawaii. That was the first time I moved away. And I just remember, I missed it so much. I was so homesick, and I missed my friends and my family and everything that made me comfortable. And when I moved from Hawaii to DC, DC is completely different. I am not an East Coast girl. Nope, absolutely not. At least not in DC. I only say that because, I don't know, it was just too much. I am not a city girl. Travel as often as you can, and travel as much as you can. So guys, those are really kind of my biggest takeaways. I probably rambled on a ton, but thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, to retrack here, fall forward, fall on your face, and fail as much as you possibly can, because the more times you fail, the better person you're going to become. Give everything you've got to everything that you've got. Don't leave anything back. Don't hold anything back. There's no time to waste in holding things back. Don't hold things back. Just give everything to everything. Be present in every single moment that you've got. Get off the couch, get off your TV, get off your cell phone. Hopefully you're not on your TV. Get off of electronics and go be present in the moment. Live life. Remember, the less you're watching TV and the less you're on your phone, the more exciting your life will be. And that is a guarantee. And a rhyme. If you're not happy with something, if something's toxic in your life, get rid of it and get it out of your life. There's always going to be another shitty job. Let's say it's your job. There's always another shitty job. There's always going to be another person to make you feel like crap if you're in a crappy relationship. Somebody's always out there trying to make people feel like crap. So if you're not happy in any one of those situations, get out. If people have hurt you, forgive them and move forward. Leave them in the past and leave the hurt in the past. My most favorite, YOLO, baby. YOLO, y'all. 30 is going to be great. I'm actually really excited about it. And, you know, this is going to be a great decade. And the cool thing is my 30th birthday, I was 29 on the 29th and I turned 30 on the 30th. How cool is that, right? So, yeah, that's about it. That's my exciting spiel about being 30. This is 30. Just kidding, but until next time, guys, remember, like I said, make sure that you are subscribed and click that notification bell so you get updated on all the latest stuff with the Mommy Pockets, and I will see y'all next week. Cheers, beautiful.